morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 68 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip across America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, rescue missions around the nation and around the world that don't charge anything, that just want to help you if you find yourself bound by addiction. So I stayed at the KOA last night. It seems like only minutes ago I was recording the end of yesterday's video. How strange. That's because it was. So I got everything packed up. Last night I went to the drop box, put my card number and everything in it. It was, $30. I usually don't like to stay at KOAs because it's so expensive. But after that situation with the other campground yesterday, and then this being the only thing out here, I was just like, okay, Lord, I don't really know what to do, but you know what's going on, so just do it. I gotta sleep. What I did, I set the tent up and I put my information in the drop box. Went to sleep, woke up this morning, went to the office, and I was like, hey, I'm here. If you hadn't charged it, you can go ahead and just run the card rather than punch the number in if that makes it easier on you. And so they were like, no, it's no problem at all. We can punch it in. And so I was like, okay. So I got to talking with them and handed them the sticker for Redeeming Eden. And it turns out that both of the ladies that were there this morning have dealt with issues from addiction. One, her son, is currently facing an addictive battle on and off. He's over the hump. And then the other one passed away from addiction-related complications and issues. And he was in the military, so that is who I'm going to be pedaling for today. Usually I wouldn't swap the names around, but in this situation, it's what I decided to do. And so while I was standing there telling them about it, I showed them some of the YouTube videos, and they said, you know what? We're not even going to charge your card. It's comped. And so I was like, thank you so much. Oh man, you just don't know how awesome that is. So God bless you, ladies. Wow. God just keeps showing up over and over and over again. And yeah, thank you again. I can't thank you enough. So with that, I am about to leave down the hill into actual Cañon City proper, and I'm going to try to make it as far toward Pueblo or past Pueblo as I can, and see how that works for me, which you guys will see more of right about now. Well, I've been over a mile in the air for so long now, I can't even remember the last time that I crossed the mile barrier. But now, I'm headed out. I won't be a mile up at any point on the rest of the journey. So, man, I feel kind of sad. But I don't feel sad about cruising down this hill. I love you guys. I'll see you later. so I stopped here at the gas station. I ran into Ben, and we've been having a good conversation this morning. And so, yeah, I'm headed out to Pueblo now. But Ben, it's been good talking to you.
All right, man. Thanks.
Absolutely, you're welcome. All right, so I stopped there at the gas station to get a Coca-Cola and to use the restroom. And Ben came up and he was asking me for some change. And so I was like, "Are you hungry? Like, I'll get you some food." And so got him a hamburger and a Coke and some Reese's cups. And we sat there and talked the whole time that he ate. He's struggled with addiction, struggles with it currently. He walks about 10 miles a day back and forth through the city just trying to find a way to survive and eat. And, you know, I was just telling him, I said, "Man, God's got a purpose for your life. He's got a higher calling for you. And this, you know, this survival thing you're having to do, that's the devil. You know, he's coming to steal, kill, and destroy. And God's come that you might have life and have it more abundantly." And so Sue and Dave yesterday, the Christian cyclist who met me at the top of the pass, handed me a book that said Life is Good, and it has the Gospel of John in it, the book of John. And so I gave that to Ben, and I told him, "Man, I encourage you to read it." I asked him if he was saved. He said that he is, but that he's struggling. And so we talked for quite a while, and he started telling me about, you know, that he's got children, and that he had been through kind of a nasty divorce, and he really got choked up. And so I was like, "Hey, would you like to say something on the channel?" And he said, "Man, I'm just too choked up. I don't think I could say anything." I said, "Well, here," he said, "but I'd love to take, you know, a picture with you." I said, "Here, I'll just do a quick video and just say, you know, this has been." And so I said, "Hey, you're going to be on the YouTube channel tonight. So, Ben, when you watch this, man, I love you, brother. I am praying for you. The whole Get Wrecked for Recovery crew is praying for you. We want to see you out of this pattern that you're in, and we want to see you live more abundantly." So, yeah. Now I'm going to keep on heading down the road. I guess there's a lot of like dinosaur bones and stuff in the area because I see dinosaurs all over the place down here. So anyway, I see on the Trans-America cycling route that it takes a kind of a south pass and goes up like this giant hill, and I'm not gonna do it. I love the Trans-America Trail, but I'm so done with the mountains it's not even funny. So I'm gonna take Highway 50 all the way to Pueblo and kind of skip out on that and get to a little bit more flat area. If you're watching the channel for Trans-America route cycling tips, I have nothing I can give you for this little portion of the trail. But I'm done with the Rockies. I am absolutely done with it. I'm ready for some flat Kansas and hilly Missouri and Appalachians to look forward to. The Rockies I'm done with. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep on pedaling down the road. I love you guys. I'll see you later. You know, I should have known with a name like Pueblo, this has to be the desert. It just has to be. This is just some giant extension of Mexico northward into Colorado. Anyway, I stopped here. I'm under the overpass. It's the only shade I could find. But the little embankment that goes up is like the perfect angle for my back to rest. So I'm gonna get out of the old hot part of the day for a little bit here, and then keep on heading to Pueblo. I think I'm gonna stay at the Pueblo State Park area tonight. I'm almost through Colorado, I think I've got like 150 more miles, so 2 or 3 days left to go to get out of Colorado. And I met some cyclists yesterday who told me that once you get into Kansas, all like the city parks and everything going eastward allow you to camp there for free. Really from Wyoming all the way, you know, Yellowstone, Grand Teton through Wyoming, now down through Colorado has all been almost $2 a mile just because of having to stay at campgrounds every single time. There's just no public like access area that's relatively reasonable to get to. So now that I'm going into Kansas, it looks like that number will come back down to $1 a mile, which I'm thankful for. That's the one thing I hate doing on this trip is spending money, because I want to save as much as I can for the rehab. So anyway, we'll sit here for a little bit and enjoy this shade. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Alright, so you'll have to pardon me for a minute because I'm probably not going to be able to say this without getting like choked up or laughing. Just hold on. So, I was coming up from Cañon City, and I've had a super wide bike lane the whole way. And so I put my headphones in and I was listening to Christian pop. And the song Third Day came on, Mountain of God. And it says, even though the journey's long and the road is hard, well, I must go through the valley to stand upon the mountain of God. And so I was just like crying and laughing, pretty much what I'm doing now, at the same time as I crested the hill. The Pueblo West sign says, where eagles soar, which is in Isaiah 40:31. Which says, you know, starting in 29, to them that have no might, he increases strength. And then in Isaiah 40:31, it says, but those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. I'm sorry, but I needed this. The sign back there said, you know, in God we trust. Then that song and now this sign. I have never felt weaker and stronger at the same time than I have in my life. So again, pardon all this, but I had to stop on the side of the road and just worship for a minute because God is so good. Well, I made it with enough daylight left to set up camp. So yeah, I'm here at Juniper Break Campground in West Pueblo. It's on the Pueblo Reservoir, which is this body of water right behind me. There's a trail that goes down to the beach down there. But when I pulled in, I noticed that every single one of these things is pointed this way. So all day long the wind has been blowing this way. I've been into the wind all day long. It's been worshipful, which of course you got to see. And it's been worth it. But man, I'm telling you, like, the windburn feeling that you get from riding into the wind all day long is crazy. It's so exhausting. I think just riding into the wind is more exhausting than going up a giant hill. And you know, it's another thing, the same way that this wind has been blowing the wrong direction all day. Jesus said himself in John chapter 3 that the wind blows where it lists, and you hear the sound thereof, but you cannot tell whence it comes or where it's going to. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. And yeah, I mean, there's just so much truth to that. I mean, these people even built every single one of these things facing the wrong direction for today, because nobody knows where the wind's going to come from or where it's going to go to. And you know, right before that, Jesus says, "Marvel not that I said unto you, you must be born again." And I think right after it too, 3:3 and 3:7. So, anyway, yeah, this is a beautiful area. I am now back to where I can connect to 96 and pick back up the Trans-America Trail. So this was only one day off the trail. And it was nice. I needed to be exactly on that road at exactly that time for everything to work out the way that it did. So yeah, unbelievably good day today. I think I pedaled 45 miles, so a little over average, but yeah, you cannot beat what the mountains look like. And I'm leaving them behind with the sun going down. I hate that I'm leaving them behind, but I got the Appalachians to look forward to. So anyway, that's it for the day. If you know anyone who has passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me on Facebook, Adam Lineberry, Mobile, Alabama, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anyone who is actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and let's use YouTube as a tool to try and save somebody's life. Show them Christ and show them recovery. If you know anybody who's in recovery, share this with them. We're all in it together. September's Recovery Month, so let's share these videos this September and just put like hashtag Recovery Month. And then, last but not least, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I'll leave a donation link in the description. Just click the down arrow and you can find it. You can go there and donate one time. You can donate monthly. It's whatever the Lord puts on your heart. And if He puts it on your heart just to pray, then just pray. It's only by prayer that I'm almost in Kansas. So cool. And do know that any funds that are left over after the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour will go to building Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. So that's it for the day. I'm so tired. I'm so weak, but I found that when I am weak, then is He strong. So, with that all being said, from here on the Pueblo Reservoir in West Pueblo, Colorado, with a gorgeous mountain sunset back here, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.